What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, full moon in Leo. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Well, I appreciate you so much. I love you. This is a full moon in Leo. This is definitely about the love, but it is so much more than that. There is a full package of stuff going on with this full moon. So let's go ahead and look at the chart. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing great. Let's dive into this bad boy because there's a lot going on. Yes, the moon is finishing up in Leo. Yes, this is a big time to identify with your creativity, with your heart. This is a big check on who you are. No mask, fully authentic. What is the light you're shining? And it's coming to this big peak out moment of this Aquarius season, which is all about connection. This is all about your individuality. This is connecting to a future. This is connecting dots. This is your individuality, and your individuated self is coming to a full peak out moment here of having to really identify with what future you're stepping into. It's a kind of big deal, and I think it can feel pretty intense. This full moon is in Maga. It's conjunct Regulus, and Regulus, for everybody watching this, was at 29 Leo up until 2012. So this is hitting all of our Regulus, wherever that falls in your chart. This is about courage. This is about regalness. It's also about ancestry. There's ancestry tied to Regulus. This is Maga, the nakshatra of Maga. This is bringing up ancestry. This is bringing up your heritage, where you came from. It's almost like there's so much that could have happened in our lives up until this point that were our ancestors coming in, trying to have us make change, because that's what a full moon brings. It's a peak out of change, and that's why the emotion is so high. And it also illuminates all the things that we keep buried inside, especially about who we are right now, and the courage to be truly authentically that person in this world. It takes courage to be an individual, and that's the polarity of Aquarius. And it takes courage to find like-minded energy and tribe energy in this world right now, and especially when it revolves around your truth. It's a big deal. It's going to be at 28 degrees of Aquarius, is where the sun will just come in. Actually, I think it's actually exact at 27:59. So that's actually where the moon will be too. So it's 27:59, but the sun does come to that 28th degree, which makes it 10. So it's very initiative, and then it kind of breaks off because it comes to the manifestation. It comes to the feel-good energy, and the relationship to yourself is highly peaked. Why else is that highly peaked? Because it's square the nodes. So we get this big T-square to the nodes. It's very faded. The sun is just coming off the square to the nodes, and then we get a full moon. This is a moment of all moments on this Wednesday for this full moon. This is really, I would say, having you find courage within yourself to destroy something. And that's part of this South Node Scorpio. There's lessons here. There's karma here in regards to there's something about what we need to let go of and say peace out to and have an ending to. Because we can emotionally want to hold on to way too much stuff right now, but we are rebuilding for the best things in life. North Node in Taurus, we are rebuilding the relationship to ourselves, our core values within ourselves, and it takes courage to hold true to that. And I think this is the paradox of where we're at right now and the peak out, because you have to be truly, authentically you and rebuild a life that is based around those core values and not hold on to anything in life that is keeping you from that is manipulative, that is toxic. There's toxic energy in our world. What do we want right now? Do we want the beauty of Taurus, or do we want even with a full moon in Leo, this definitely brings out drama. Do we want the drama of toxicity in our life? And what is toxic in our lives? This is where we're going to have to feel deeply into what that is and put that intent out there to release that from our world, so that we can create much better things. This is a creation time. This is where sort of the most radical things in life can be created. And I think that Jupiter coming into that sextile with Uranus, as I clear this up a little bit, Uranus at 11:11 for this. 11:11. But Jupiter's coming to 11 degrees, and it's in that sextile to Uranus. This does bring up very weird energy. It's a weird time. Very high strange for values, high strange for money, high strange for all the physical things that we ultimately want and the things that make us feel secure and good, but it's also this radical path. It's doing something different. It's believing differently. having faith differently that matches your high standard, that matches you, whatever that is to you, whoever you are. This is where you got to get in touch with that and own it 100% to take yourself higher. And I think that's where it's a harmonious aspect with a sextile, and they're getting along because they're trying to make accelerated big changes in our life that is kind of karmic. I don't even want to say kind of, it is karmic with the nodes and even Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces. It's a once in a lifetime transit. This is high karma. There's something about this reality that we all came into and chose to be a part of that is high strange, and it's high strange for a reason, because it's like evolution at its finest, and it's having faith that if you need to trust the universe to make a crazy change, to have something you want, to connect with people you want, to connect with the tribe that you ultimately want, that you have to be willing to believe differently and change stories for a better physical reality. And that's where we can see things happening quick, but it's very strange even just getting Uranus and Jupiter together, right? It reminds me of a big storm. There was a thunder and lightning storm here in Huntington Beach today, which was very, to me, Jupiter-Uranus. It's very strange to get a thunderstorm and hail in Orange County, California, and that's what happened. So there's a high strange of all sorts of things that can be loud, they can be lightning, there can be things happening lightning quick in life. But they're showing us what's better, and it's different ways that are better, different ways to connect, different people that are better. Everything is showing up right now to show you better. But that's where we can obsess with a South Node in Scorpio with this, and not want to connect fully or isolate ourselves from the things in life that make us feel the best. It's pretty intense. And you guys know I get kind of intense on the intense horoscopes, but this is an intense full moon. Mars passes Venus, which is a pretty big deal also, as they're going to conjunct again at 0 Aquarius later on in March. But I think that having Mars even pass Venus is a big deal, in a sense that we've been kind of reluctant. Venus wants to move slow. It wants to have the finer things in life. Yes, it's trying to dedicate. Yes, it's trying to find people that it can dedicate to. It's trying to find the value of what we are putting our energy into and what we are trying to create. And Mars was kind of pushing it, and that was uncomfortable. But I think that with Mars stepping in front of Venus, moving forward, this is going to help us identify more and faster and quicker without the slowness or the hesitation. So I think with all planets direct, with Mars in front of Venus, there's so many things in life right now that you need to initiate. And I think that this full moon is the changes that help you initiate to create something of solidity. It has to be solid. We're dealing with Taurus and Capricorn, fully connected. We're dealing with tribe energy, but we're also dealing with your uniqueness and your individuality and the ability to break out of a wave that isn't your wave, to let something go. Because holding on to the unnecessary in life is not going to get us anywhere. This is one of those moments, and even Pluto still trying the North Node, sextile the South Node. We are getting a golden evolutionary ticket to literally change our physical world, but Pluto is never, easy, right? Like, this is where, it's easy in a sense that it's good aspects, so that's why it's the ticket, but it's like the best things in life will just come if you're willing to have the faith and do something to get what you want. But staying in the same patterns over and over again that are not part of your identity, that are not part of your true light, and are just part of conforming to something, because Capricorn in its sense too is conforming to society, conforming to the consensus norms. I think that's part of the deprogramming. This is we're living through one of the biggest deprogrammings of human consciousness that maybe has ever existed. And that's where I think that this is a big one, especially with the sun in Aquarius, because the Aquarius does deprogram. Aquarius breaks away. It's past Saturn's rule. It's not in the system. It's outside the system, and that's where you get the rebel. It's where you get the anarchist. And I'm not saying we're looking for anarchy in the world, but this is where in life we have to be an anarchist for a better way forward in our lives, for better people, for better relationships, for love. It's very important, but that love has to meet a high standard. And it also has to, you have to have the high standard within yourself to identify with what that is to you. It's a very big day. It's a big week, but this is the peak out as this moon will carry on. And we get one day tomorrow, Wednesday, and a little bit of today with the moon coming into Virgo before the sun will ingress into Pisces. And we do get another day on Friday with that full moon energy. So it's kind of, it's been a lot. It's been a pretty intense week. This is the peak. This is where change has to be made because you know your value, you know your valor, and you know your courage. And it takes all that courage to be truly oneself that is deprogrammed from so much of a system that is repressive. And maybe your life isn't repressive, but what is repressive in your life is the question. And that's where this is the biggest let go that we could be going through. The moon's also going to quincunx Pluto for this. It's weird. Transformation is a weird thing, especially when we're trying to find security. We want to be stable in life. We want to just have all the happiness and the feel-good energy, but we can't really get there if we're not willing to find a different way up this mountain. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really look at what we're trying to go after in life right now and know that we got it. And, sometimes we're not going to feel like we're totally on our game. Sometimes we're not going to feel totally secure. And that's okay, but it's finding the sense of self and the courage within that self to not give up and to keep pushing and to keep going for better and to keep creating better. And this is where, with a North Node in Taurus, we can create so many beautiful things in life. This can be heaven on earth. That's what Taurus is to me. It's heaven on earth. It is all the beautiful things, all the feel-good things, the senses in bliss. Because you've narrowed it down to the things that you value in life, instead of focusing on all the things in life that don't directly apply to you, or the obsession of some thing outside of self, because you have all the power and capacity in your being to create what you want. I think the moon coming into Virgo as we finish up this day will be a good look at the things we do need to clean up, a good look at the things that can't just be swept under the rug and that we're going to have to get very precise about. And I think that's going to help us make the changes that we're looking for. And it's not necessarily comfortable, but maybe it will be comfortable because you're doing something that has to be done for sort of a feeling of destiny. That's what I really feel. How do we manifest destiny? We have to have courage to do so. And we have to connect fully to whatever that may be for us. I do love and appreciate you all. I hope this was helpful. And I know I get a little intense sometimes. I'm usually pretty cool, calm, and collected Capricorn, but I'm already feeling it. Hasn't even happened yet. It's 2 a.m. here, and I'm amped up for it. So it's definitely an amped up full moon. It's not a bad thing. I think we can be amped up for a lot of the positive changes in life, amped up for a lot of the positive connections in life, the positive relationships in life, the positive destinations that we can go out and kind of set to conquer and quest for here. So, a lot going on, but we got this. Oh, yeah. You heard me shuffle. Strength. It takes strength and courage. And, this card is so funny. I love this deck so much. It takes strength because it can feel like the universe is giving us a little paddle on the bum, you know what I'm saying? It feels that way sometimes when we know that we gotta, suck it up, take the blows in life sometimes so that we can make the change. The blows usually only come when change is necessary. They don't usually just, we can act like, oh, I didn't deserve it, but where were we really not paying attention to the signs previously? And then all of a sudden something comes in and tests our strength and our valor and our courage in life. And this is where, we might need to find that strength, but we have it. It's there. And this full moon is asking you to find it and release fears and really step into all the courage and strength that you need. Got that because of what is this, a Nine of Wands in reverse? What, we're too stuck and stagnant right now and don't want to keep initiating? This is the moment where you need to keep kind of moving forward, and we can only defend a position so long before we realize that that position that we're defending has no, what does it have behind it? Does it have the love and the happiness behind it? Does it have the excitement behind it, or not? Six of Cups in reverse. No, not reverse. Six of Cups upright. Look, there could have been good memories from the past. The past was the past. I think we all have good memories from the past, bad memories from the past. We can go back in time all we want, but this is a time of moving forward. And if we're going back in anything right now, we should be going back into like our past lives with this full moon on Maga, and like remembering how much valor and courage we once had to get through hard times in previous lives, because this is bringing that sort of back up again. So it's very strange. I think the world can look very strange, very high drama out there. Like, look back at the moments that you were courageous in life and find comfort in that, and know that you can do that again, and even at a higher level of the character that you are currently. Four of Wands reversed. It's only a party in this world if you make it a party. And if you're going to sit around and not find good times in life, or not make your life great, or not bring some sense of homecoming into life, like this maybe is where we have to find the strength to build a new homecoming. Maybe we're coming into that ultimate sense of self that we've always wanted to be, that was most connected to a mission and to the timeline that we were here to be on. And I think that's where we got to really find that strength, is to go into that and to not go into some old story of what a celebration was in the past. Yes, bring that back up, but I think it's more about the memories in the past that we had to push through, that took strength to get us there. Love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful full moon. It might not be so intense for everybody, but I'm letting people know that if you feel it, there's a reason why. And I do love and appreciate you all very much. I'll see you for tomorrow's daily mañana. Much love. Peace.